Well, it just so happened that it began to be rainy. Look who's coming now. This young man here. Yes, Bravi. Very good. You on the way to work?
Yes, I am. I'm running late to be honest.
Right.
You're recording there?
Yeah,
All right.
good.
You know him?
He's from the hotel.
Yeah, he was our
Night
man.
porter.
Our man.
Are you still there?
No, I'm not still there. No,
Not anymore.
not anymore.
And I met Don yesterday.
Don.
I saw him in
Okay.
McDonald's. He seemed to be happy enough that business is going back to usual.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's so happy with that.
Yeah.
Right, I'm running
Okay,
late. So
no
I'm
bother.
alright.
Bye. Oh, bună ziua! Ce mai faceți? Ce mai faceți? Bine. Ok. Domnul este pastorul? Mau?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. This is a Romanian man from Romanian Pentecostal Church.
Yeah. Where are you meeting? Are you still meeting?
Yeah, for Trali.
Actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So the people here go to Tralee.
Yeah,
And
for,
you meeting there. Okay.
for Trali, for big church.
Bigger.
For all Romania.
Very good. Very good. All right.
But in Killarney, nothing.
Killarney, stop.
Okay. Hello. Where are you guys from? Italy? Come here. Are you any good at reading English? Okay, so what do you read there?
Read out loud the working in the three triangles. Paris in the springs. Bird in the end. Once in a lifetime.
Well, I don't know how good your English is, but it wasn't bad, but you were wrong. You were wrong, and I'm surprised because normally those with a foreign language get it correct.
Yes, listen. Okay.
Otra vez? Okay. Paris in the spring.
Menes bastardo.
Here is a smaller version of it. Okay, now I have to do one more test. One more test. Let me test your eyesight generally, okay? Now, 1 second. Stand there. All of you can help me out here, right? What is the difference between these two cards?
The red one is smaller.
The red one is smaller. You're sure about that? When's the last time you had your eyes tested?
Maybe 2 years ago.
Maybe 3 seconds ago? Okay. The red one is smaller, right? And if I said the words abracadabra, dabra, what would happen? Which one is bigger?
The green one.
The green one's bigger?
No, mi sta fottendo, devi girarlo.
Rojo or verde? They are exactly the same size. It's what you call an optical illusion, like this one here. What do you see there? ¿Cuántas mujeres?
Uno.
Oh yeah, I know. And a similar.
One.
Uno. Young or old?
Young.
Young? Well, there are actually two ladies there. One is young, one is old. You can only see the young one. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Let me help you out here a little bit. You see old lady?
No.
Old lady?
No.
Her mouth? Mouth, nose. Old lady? You don't see the chin.
Where is the chin?
Here.
Ah.
Chin, mouth, nose, eye.
Yes, yes.
Huh?
That is right.
You see how people see things differently. Yeah. So that what we are trying to accomplish today is showing people a few things differently, and also to present to people the gospel. Yeah, evangelical. Yes, like in your country is mostly Roman Catholic. Yes, because you have a Rome, you have a Vatican, all of those things. But the man who came to Ireland, his name's St. Patrick, that's what they're doing today, St. Patrick Days today. He's the one who brought the gospel to the pagan Irish people. They were pagans. They don't know anything. but the gospel that he brought was not that which you would normally hear in Rome, because this gospel that the Roman Catholic message is a gospel of works. You must work and earn a place in heaven.
Okay.
Or someone can help you, like Mary or the saints, they can help you. But the gospel of Jesus Christ is the free gift of salvation that you could never earn, is a gift. Okay? And Patrick preached that message, you see.
Ah.
And so many Irish people were converted. Okay? So on the back of this card, you can read through that and you might get some more information. One moment, I have something for each of you. This is the Patrick story. Are you on holiday here? Are you on a holiday here, or are you here? I give this to these guys. I give you all one if you want. Are you on holiday or students?
We are students.
Where are you staying? Tralee?
In Kersivan.
Kahar Savine?
Kersivan.
It's a hard one to pronounce. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen. We're based here in Killarney. I'm not trying to get people to come to a church, but you can check online with this thing here called patrick.ie. Okay, maybe you will find out more about this very important story, because this happened in about the 5th century. Patrick came to Ireland with a gospel message, you see, and it's changed over time, but we have to go back to that message. Okay,
Thank you.
okay, muchas gracias.
Okay. No money. Coins. We don't have coins.
Oh, no, this is a free thing we're doing,
Okay.
and this is for my YouTube channel. So if you go to no, so don't worry. It's for church channel, church thing,
Okay.
and it's you can find it on Living Rock
Okay.
Church Killarney.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, gracias. You see how people, even from Italy, came here, and maybe they will get the gospel first time ever in Ireland. So we just never know.
Hi, sir. Can I give you a lift with something? And you can talk to this
Oh,
man.
well, I'm doing the eye test with people here. You had your eyes tested?
One sec.
Okay. Can you spot the difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Red and green.
Very good. You know what some people would say? Some people would say one is bigger than the other. Like, can
Okay,
you
yeah.
imagine? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
And then there's other people, their first response is, no, they're exactly the same. And I go, really? I didn't ask you what size they were. Just saying that there's difference. So this is the eye test. And then we use that for as sort of a springboard for preaching the gospel.
Okay.
Why would I be out here doing that today?
Huh?
Why do you think we'd be out there doing this today?
St. Paddy's Day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
did he not bring something to Ireland?
He did.
Yes.
No, I found
It's
it.
been kind of forgotten though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the 5th century. I don't want to hold you in the rain like just.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was going
It's-
looking for.
Well, if I was to ask you a quick question, what would you say the gospel is?
Well, I know it's kind of the word of God, like, you know.
It means good news, but
Yeah.
what would that good message be?
I do definitely try and live my life to it, like. But I don't know.
You don't know? Well, if it means good news, it was the proclamation of the apostles and the disciples of Christ, talking about the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ and what that would accomplish, obviously, right? So it basically is that there's
I
hope.
just find my list.
Yeah, there's hope beyond the grave. And of course, that doesn't necessarily appeal to people who say, well, I want to live for now. I'm not really thinking about the grave. But, you know, there are a lot of people who live their whole lives in a fear of death and don't really want to look even into that subject. You know, I don't want to talk about that. But in reality, it's the greatest thing ever, because it gives you purpose for living right now, and it doesn't stop at the grave. Like, it's Jesus conquered the grave. So that's part of the message, but it's just the whole idea of God governing your life, directing providentially, all of those things. Now, when you mentioned about what you thought it was, I think that's the general idea, that people think, I just try to live a good life. For what reason, though? Because there's some reward at the end of the day for it, or not?
It's nice to be nice. That's what
Yeah.
I might want to be.
But for
like,
what? For what, though? Some people live a rotten life, and then they said, sure, at the end of the day, if nothing happens, there's no judgment, nothing, then why bother?
Yeah, why bother? Yeah.
You know? But if there is a judgment to come, and there is, after this life, it is appointed unto men to die once, and after this, the judgment. Here, let us give you something about St. Patrick. Did my wife give you something?
Well, she did.
She did.
Leaflet.
All right. Well, here's something else. A bonus thing. The Gospel of Mark. There you go. You never have read it. Okay. Thanks. Well, unfortunately, it has begun to rain. It's not raining on the parade though, because the parade hasn't started yet. But when it does, people will not be that happy. Now, I might have to pack things up just for that reason. But at least we've got to talk to some people and a little bit of a sharing with people of the gospel. The man in the green umbrella, that man with the green umbrella, yeah. Well, you got something to give out to people? Have you? Hey, Eddie, St. Patrick Eddie. So have you got things to give out to people there? It's a big day. It's a big day. We're expecting a lot of people today. Yeah. We'll do the eye test with people. The eye and the ear test. The eye and the ear. He that has ears to hear, and he that has eyes to see, you see. You know that you're familiar with that saying, my sheep hear my voice? You've heard that one, right? There was a shepherd, wasn't there? Giving out, looking after sheep one day. If you haven't had your eyes tested, here's a good place to do it on the spot. Some fun tests. See if you can read what it's in the boxes. Triangles. There's a familiar face. Ahmed. I don't know. How are you? Everyone's on camera these days. Yeah. There's no privacy at all. Oh, dear, dear, dear. It's good to be out on the St. Patrick's Day and doing the pre-parade fun and games stuff, and also some serious things. I don't want to rain on anyone's parade at all. Of course, we have to just say we're doing the same thing that Patrick was doing when he was a lad, bringing the word of God, the gospel, to all the Irish people or anyone who's in Ireland at this time, right? And Eddie, you've dressed up for this occasion. Yeah. A wee bit green behind the ears there. And if anyone has a minute or two to do a test, well, you can try it. And not a lot of people get these right. However, we noticed that. Unfortunately, the wind is blowing. The wind is blowing. The wind blows where it wants to, really, doesn't it? You don't know where it's coming from, where it's going to. Sounds like something that you would read in John chapter 3. Isn't that right? The wind blows where it wants to. We need the rain and we need the wind, but not all at the same time. That would be nice if we could have a nice bit of sunshine. And of course, it's hard to get everything into the camera because of the big tall hats. Sometimes it doesn't all fit in. But if you want people to come under your umbrella, there could be a spiritual meaning in that as well. Come under the shelter, the protection that is being offered. We learned just this past Sunday about the escapades of and the life of St. Patrick, how he came to this country as a slave, actually. He was kidnapped and brought to this country. But of course, he had an opportunity for freedom, got back to his homeland, and whilst there, he experienced a conversion, was brought to a real experience of a relationship with Jesus Christ. And you know what? From that, what? What? You got some contestants? You want to answer a question? Okay, what do you read there? Tell me what you read in the three triangles.
Paris in the spring, bird in the hand, once in a lifetime.
Okay, when did you learn to read? Because I know you obviously haven't been reading that long.
8 years ago.
And you still can't read right? No?
Paris in the spring. Oh, Paris bird once. Paris in the spring.
Oh, wait a minute. What are you saying there?
Paris in the spring.
That's correct. And the next one?
Bird in the hand.
Yeah.
once in a lifetime.
But yet these guys didn't see that. You see, is it not true that you can read something several times and miss something that is being said? You know why? That's what we're doing here today. Now look at that one there. What do you see here? Now surely you're not going to get this one wrong. What do you see there?
One
One what?
lady with her head down.
Okay, is she young or old? Old? Wow. Most people see a young woman.
A young woman with a hood on.
Well, there's actually two, a young woman and an old woman. And it's all about perspective, isn't it? When you see things differently from other people. Some people, they only see one, some people see the other. Do you see an old man anywhere?
Yeah.
Well, it might be him over there. Anyway, so what am I doing this for? Do you understand? Did you know that St. Patrick had a mission why he came to Ireland? Yeah, that's right. Now, if I was to ask you a simple question, okay, here's one more question for the road, okay? This was one more for the road. When's the last time you had your eyes tested?
Never.
Okay, so if I was to ask you to spot the difference between these two cards, what would you say?
Color. Red and blue. One's bigger.
Color? One is bigger, someone say?
Yeah.
Which one's bigger? The blue one, yeah? And if I was to say the words Heineken,
What?
you must be drinking Heineken.
Now they're just changed.
They're just changed.
They're the exact same size.
They're the exact same size. But see, some people see things different than other people, don't they? Now, Patrick brought the message of Christianity. I wonder, is there a difference between the Christianity that he brought back in the 4th century and the sort of message that you think the gospel is today? What do you think the gospel is? What? That's the gospel? Is that the best you can come up with? That the gospel is the Old Testament and New Testament?
Stories about Jesus in his life.
Getting closer. Getting very close there. It literally means good news, right? So if someone come up to you and say, hey, I've got good news, what are you expecting to hear?
The gospel.
All right. And what is the gospel then?
Good news.
Yeah, but what is in the message is the question. What would you say if someone says, hey, I want to share the gospel with you? You go, oh, sure, I know what that is. It's the gospel. It's the good news. It's the gospel. It's the good news. But I'm asking what it is. What is it?
A message.
Of what?
Christianity.
Which is what?
Religion.
What is that
Religion.
message? Sure, there's lots of religions in the world. What's the big deal?
Solid.
Something different about Christianity, perhaps?
Different people.
Different people. That's true. Different people.
Different stories.
Different story. What is the story, though? What's the central theme? Let's put it like that.
Jesus.
Okay, Jesus. And what's the story about him? We're getting bits and pieces here.
He did miracles.
He did miracles?
He died on the cross.
He died on the cross. Oh, he died on the
rose
cross.
again on the
Oh, we're getting all now. See, he died for my sins according to the scriptures, right? He was buried and he arose again the 3rd day. Now, Patrick also preached a message about the Trinity, didn't he? He preached the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. These are things that the world didn't know about. And he said, these people in Ireland, they didn't know about those things. They said, well, we've been worshipping the sun and the moon and the trees and the plants. And they said, what are you worshipping those for? You want to be worshipping the true God. And so they said, well, what we don't know anything about that. Tell us. So he started preaching the gospel. So you see, people live their life in fear of death. And what's going to happen when they die? And the gospel is good news. It doesn't end there. There's life. Well, you may go to heaven, but there's also that, you see. And the thing is, there's one who's going to judge us at the end of the day, and that is Christ himself. And what you believe about Christ is so important because it determines where you will end up. But now, if you had that in mind, how would you live your life right now? You're young boys, and you're probably only about 16-year-old.
16.
Well, you said you learned when you're 9. Then you're 9.
12. 13.
You started learning English when you were 8 years ago, right?
Yeah.
13. Ooh. You started learning from the moment you were born, believe it or not. Maybe you weren't reading though.
You said when did I learn to read?
Ah, good. So you were listening. Okay, so what you've got to do is take something with you today, right? You can have anything you like, but these are the best things here. Oh, look, maybe you wouldn't want to date. I don't know. We've got other things. Patrick's story, the story of Patrick. Where do I belong? There's something different there. There's something different there. Something different there. All kinds of things. And if somebody wants some optical illusions, there you go.
Thank
Hi.
you so much.
We also have miniature versions of this.
Oh yes, I'll take it.
Uh-huh. So you can take all you want and use it as you please. All right, thank you. All right, anybody else want to answer some questions here? Maybe you haven't had your eyes tested in a while. You can have them tested while you wait. The what? Spiritual eye. We can't do that, you see. You'd have to go to the hardware shop for that. Yes. Anyone else? If you want to have your eyes tested while you wait for the parade, if you want to have your IQ tested, you're on a fun test, you can do that also. Of course, we're taking the opportunity to share with people the same message that old St. Patrick shared when he first came to this country. And he didn't come here as a tourist, did he? He came here as a kidnapped and slave boy of 17, which could remind you a bit of the story of Joseph in the Bible. You know, somebody who was taken from away at a young age, maybe around 17, made to be a slave in Ireland. And then what happened after that is how he got converted, came back to this country with a vision of sharing the gospel and spreading Christianity far and wide. And he was very successful in doing that. And as I was saying to people earlier on, the message unfortunately has changed a bit from what it originally was that Patrick brought to this country. You may not even recognize the same message. You think, is this the Christianity that he brought? Surely not. Sure, what would be appealing about that? So the gospel message, of course, that Patrick brought was to bring hope to the Irish people, to bring hope that there is something better and bigger than they'd ever heard of before, because they were raised pagans and they hadn't heard about the true God. And this reminds us of Paul when he went to Athens. And what did Paul do when he went to Athens? He saw that everywhere there were statues and idols and various things, objects of worship. And he said he saw one little statue. Well, I don't know how small it was or how big it was. He saw a statue or an idol, and there was an inscription that said on it, "To the unknown God," because they didn't want to miss him out. And so, of course, there's an unknown quantity there, and people need to know about that. The unknown. There's a lot when it comes to the unknown. And if you want to have your eyes tested, perhaps you've got a few minutes to test your eyes or answer one of these questions, see how good your reading is. You can do that, and we'll just have a bit of fun at the same time. Sharing the good news. I should have grown a beard or something, should I? I don't know what Patrick would have looked like, but I tell you what, when he was only 17-year-old, he probably didn't have a beard. When he was kidnapped and brought to this country, and what was he doing? He came to this country as a slave, escaped through a miraculous means, and came back to this country as a missionary. So from slave to missionary, isn't that wonderful? And he came to this country, of course, to bring the gospel, the good news of Jesus Christ. So that's what we want to pick up on today. Following in his footsteps, if you like. And if there's any Ukrainian people passing by, I'll just say, Dobry den, jak sprawy, Slava Gospodo. Hello. Where are you all from? Oh, Dutch. I like Dutch. Yes. I don't know much Dutch language, though. But we do know that there's some good people came from Holland, such as the Dutch Reformed Church people. Yes. Tulips. Do you know what tulip stands for? Do you know tulip? Do you know the acronym TULIP, do you? From where? Yeah. The acronym. Okay, come here a second. Some people don't like this, but I'll tell you for a fact. Tulips are also from Amsterdam, right? But there's also the flower tulip has the initials TULIP, which is an acronym for a belief system, okay? And the first thing is total depravity. Man in his makeup is broken in every part of his life. There's no part that is untouched by the effects of sin, right? T, total depravity. I prefer to say radically corrupted. U is unconditional election. God chooses and draws people to himself without conditions. You don't have to meet the conditions to be saved. You must be God's called. God must call you. Okay? You. L is limited atonement. That means that God sent Jesus to die for a specific group of people and guarantees their salvation. I is for irresistible grace. God draws, and his power overcomes your unwillingness, and he brings you to himself, right? And then P is for the perseverance or the preservation of the saints. So if you didn't know that, that's a little lesson on tulip. Now you are from a Christian background. Would it be Dutch Reformed? So you should have heard of that tulip then.
I have not, but it's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the most wonderful flowers in God's garden. Now, there are other Christians who believe in not the tulip as much as they believe in daisies, which I haven't got an acronym for that one, but it basically means he loves me not. He loves me not. He loves me not. And it's, well, you don't know what's going to happen at the end of the day.
Well, thank you. I learned something.
Very good. And if you're around on Sunday, we have a church. Are you staying on holiday here?
I am here for half a year.
Okay, well, if you're ever looking for a church, we have a little church here. It's meeting at the Mon School. The Mon School. You can look it up. Living Rock Church, Killarney. Okay? All right. Yeah. How's it going over there? Cold? It's cold up high, you know. But some people don't seem to see the connection, you see, between these tests and what we're doing. But it's to draw people to have a conversation about the things that we're talking about.
Hello, St. Patrick.
Hello. I wonder, do you know the full story? That man's giving out some leaflets about the full story of St. Patrick. That guy behind you there, that guy with the green umbrella, he's got the information. Hey guys, come here a second. No, you have to come here. No. How have you got 1 minute, right? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's okay. She can wait, right? Where are you guys? Where are you guys from?
We're from like Pakistan.
Pakistan. I've been there. To Karachi.
Yeah.
Yes. So, doing an eye test. Have you ever had your eyes tested before? Can you spot the difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
That's a green one, and that's not a red. It's like kind of light red. Like this.
Which you're saying this is bigger?
Yeah. No, this is a bit lighter. It's not a proper red.
But what is the difference between these two cards?
Oh, this one bigger inside. That one is smaller inside.
You're sure about that?
Yeah.
When's the last time you had your eyes tested in Pakistan? That is.
No. I had her like.
When we did
I had like.
Specsavers?
Yeah. I had
Well, have a look at this. You said the red's bigger, right? Did you say the red is bigger?
Yeah.
And now
I
it's
started the green is bigger.
the green is bigger. Wait a
You
minute.
can do that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh wow, magic!
It's not magic, right? It's not magic. It's
Feel the magic in
it's
there.
they're exactly the same size. You see, now you see here. These are questions I'm asking people. Like, can you read what's written in the three triangles? What's this?
First in the spring, bird in the hand, and once in a lifetime.
Well, that's not too bad, but it's wrong. Anyone else? You don't know where you went wrong, probably, right? Where did you go wrong? Maybe you have to stand over a little bit this way.
Free fire.
See? No?
Paris in the summer.
No, not Paris in the summer.
Which one is to read now?
Where the first triangle? What does it say on the first triangle?
Paris in the spring.
Oh, it's Paris in the spring.
Well, you see, it actually says Paris in the spring. So
No.
you didn't see that?
Yeah.
See?
It's kind of cute.
Yeah, you see. So when people, yeah, so people don't really pay attention sometimes when they're reading things, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm doing here today
Yeah.
on St. Patrick's Day is actually presenting people with the gospel message.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the gospel message?
Yeah.
Would you have a religious background yourself?
Like time.
1 second. Say hello to the guys on camera.
Hey guys.
Okay, do you have a kind of religious background?
Yeah, we're Muslims.
Yes, I would have thought so. But when you came to Ireland,
Yeah.
and you're not tourists, right? You're not
Yeah,
tourists.
no, no.
So when you came to Ireland, you may have thought these people are religious also. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what would you think the religion of Ireland is?
It's kind of confusing for me.
Oh, very interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, I felt like they were like believe on Jesus Christ and stuff, but like I seen a kind of difference between here and all this. Like
Hmm.
it's kind of confusing for me.
Well, on St. Patrick's Day, what I'm trying to remind people is that there's a missionary who came to Ireland in the 4th century.
Yeah.
His name's Patrick, but he came, first of all, he was kidnapped. Do you know what I mean? He was taken as a slave to Ireland.
Really?
Yes. And when he was here, he wasn't a Christian. He was a slave, right? He grew up in a Christian home, but he didn't know personally, he didn't have a personal relationship with God. Okay. So God directed him how he could escape from his slavery, right?
Yeah.
He saw a vision of a boat, and he got on that boat and it got back to his home country in England somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But while he was there, he experienced an encounter with Jesus Christ and his life was changed. Okay. And then this is the amazing part. God told him, go back to Ireland as a missionary. So he went there. He don't want to go there. Like, hey, I don't want to go back there.
Yeah,
No,
wanted to get slaves
not
again.
there. Yeah, he went there and he was most instrumental in the spread of Christianity.
Yeah.
But the spread of Christianity is a lot different then and to what you see today,
Yeah.
right? Because with all those religious icons and this prayers and Mary and rosaries and all those things,
Yeah.
that's not the gospel that
Kabbalahs and
that's
Catholics
not the gospel that Patrick brought.
Yeah.
Okay, he preached the pure gospel. Now, as Muslims, there's a belief in Islam that the gospel somehow got corrupted, right? But the reality is, back in Patrick's day, there's no corruption. No corruption. He preached the actual gospel that is in the Bible. Okay, and that gospel is how Jesus died on a cross for my sins and for the sins of all those who put their trust in him. He took their sins upon himself. He bore the wrath of God. He was buried. He rose again the 3rd day, and we go and preach that message that there's hope for everyone who puts their trust in Jesus Christ beyond the grave. Now, I've got a quick question for you, and we'll finish with that, okay? Because Muslims also have a belief, okay? They believe that Jesus is the prophet. They believe in their own prophet, of course. But the deal is, if you died today, a piano fell out of the sky, whatever, I don't care. Something happened, you're all dead. Where do you go?
We go to the day of the judgment. We're accountable to the God. Yeah. We are accountable to the God. Yeah. So they're gonna bury us. Our soul will be in the
That would be
sky.
your physical body.
Yeah. It's gonna be in the the grave. Yeah. And we're like our soul in the sky. So like.
That sounds like asshole in the sky.
No.
What is it?
Soul. Our soul.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking that is because all the Muslims that I've spoken to said there's no absolute assurance. We don't know for sure where we're going to be.
Oh.
There's like inshallah. Okay.
So there is a difference. Like the way they said, they couldn't explain to you because they believe either we're going to hell or either we're going to heaven. Yeah. So it depends on our sins. Yeah. Like if we're doing a good deed, if somebody's a good doer, he will go to the paradise.
Will, or is it absolutely they will go?
Yeah, it's a definite thing.
Do you know where you're going?
Probably I'm going to the hell because I'm not doing good deeds at all.
Okay, and the reason why I'm asking all that is because what we want to try to give people is assurance how they can be sure of where they're going. And that's what the gospel is. The gospel that Patrick preached was you can have assurance based upon what Jesus said, right? But here's the deal. The big difference between the religion such as Islam and every other religion on earth, okay, and Christianity. Here's the difference. What you said was this: if you do good, you kind of earn yourself a place in heaven. Like you basically paid your way there by doing good deeds. Whereas the gospel of Christ is the free gift of salvation. You can never earn it. See the difference? So let's say someone offers you a gift. You don't say, okay, how much do I owe you for that? I said, well, what's your name?
Hamza.
Hamza.
Yeah.
It's a gift. Oh, I don't know anything about gifts. I have to give you something. No, no, it's a gift. No, no, but I have to give you something. It's a gift. Okay. What part of that do you not understand? Right. So when people think, if I do good enough, I'll earn myself a place in heaven, that would mean, right, that heaven would be full of people who are saying, oh, of course I'm here because I was such a good person. I'm one of the good people. And they're all walking around patting, well done, you're such a good person. Oh, well done, you're such a good person, right? And this would be full of pride and people saying, I was such a good person on earth. You know what the gospel is? I wasn't a good person. There's nothing I could do, but Jesus Christ paid my debt toward God. My sins, I could never, I would have to be punished for those sins. He was punished in my place. But he died and then rose again, saying, hey, whoever puts their trust in me, I give unto them eternal life. It's a gift. And that's why one of the most well-known verses in the Bible is John 3:16. I don't know if you're familiar with it. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him would not perish, but have everlasting life. There you go. You never heard that before? So I'm going to give you something, okay? Real quick. Just so you can take it away and read it at your leisure. This is a Gospel of John. Would you like something as well? Are you going to read?
We're gonna read it together.
Inshallah,
Yeah,
inshallah.
yeah, we're together. Yeah. Inshallah. Yeah, take care, man.
Okay, thank you.
You know, take this guy with you, no problem.
Oh yeah,
I'm coming with
Eddie's talking to that fella there. Okay, okay, cool. Well, whilst you're waiting for the parade to come along, maybe you would like to do a quick test. We have all kinds of tests here. Now then, who's going to be a contestant here? Answer a few questions. I don't think people want to hang around in the rain. When's the good weather coming, Eddie? You're good at the weather. Tomorrow. Here it comes. The parade is just beginning. We've got some people out there on the. Let me see if I can. Fire services. And of course, Nympha is going to be somewhere in one of these, in the parade somewhere. Eddie's out in the rain.
Not in the rain, but it's well worth
it. You give a few tracts out, did you? This is for the show me that leaflet. It's the one for Patrick's story. Yes, we were given those and we were going to participate in that.
I'd say I've given out a few hundred. Yeah, I've given out a few hundred. I'd say maybe. I'm down to my last 10 or something like that.
Just 1 second. Peeling what?
Well, they're very appealing aesthetically to the eye when you offer them because they're green and they got the Patrick on the front which stands out. And it's easy just to say, look, it's the message of Patrick and Patrick's Day, but it is a perfect opportunity to be giving out the gospel on Patrick's Day. I mean, I think there's only a few times in the year publicly where you have so many crowds, Christmas and Patrick's Day.
Who's that passing by? Would that be St. Patrick?
That would St. Patrick himself, as depicted by the Killarney Irish people.
Yes.
Yeah. No, not a lot of people know the message of Patrick, and understand what his true mission was. And the gospel of St. Patrick was based actually in Matthew 28, the commission that Jesus gave to his disciples to go into all the world and preach the good news, to preach the gospel to every creature, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. And it was a message of faith.
Put the umbrella down a wee bit.
It was a message of faith,
Yes.
not by works, but by faith. And of course, because God sent Patrick, it seemed like his mission was blessed. It was God had the idea in the heart to save the Irish people, not Patrick. He just went and done what God told him to do, and God gave him the harvest because, because the harvest was plenty, and the labourers were few at the
That's
time.
right. The fields are white for harvest.
White for
or
harvest.
even green.
Well, they're green in Ireland. They might be white in other places.
That's good. Now, Nivel will be somewhere in this. I don't know where.
I think, Michael, it's a good time to shout out to our brother Patrick, who's in Australia.
Oh, yes.
Who might not be able to make it with us this year.
But he is a saint, isn't he?
He is a saint. He's a true saint.
Patrick, if you're listening in from Australia,
Yeah.
then you know that a saint is one who's been called out by God, set apart by God. And that's what a saint is. And there's Saint Eddie,
Yeah.
right?
Now, there are some churches that would say that saints are only saints when they're dead.
Yeah.
You might be canonized to be a saint, but did you know that the scriptures only talk about living saints? Well, they do talk about dead saints, but a lot of their saints were living.
But in the other sense, they still live. They are still alive.
Because Abraham is alive, he never died. Isn't that right? What
That's
Jesus
right.
said? He was the God of the living and not of the dead.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, that's the good news. So all who are in Corinth called to be saints, and all
That's
in
right.
Ephesus, and all in
Now,
Galatia.
there's another saint coming up here with coffee, look.
Oh, yeah.
Saint
yeah.
Conan.
Oh, not that one there. Oh, the next one. Okay.
Saint Conan.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
There you go. A few more saints. Where's Saint Patrick? Very good. Look, here's some young lads here. Like, we'll have to. Hey guys, you guys, do you want to answer some questions real quick? What do you read here in the triangles?
Paris in the spring.
Hold on just a second. This is for the St. Patrick's Day event recording. Okay. Okay. What did you say?
Paris in the spring.
Okay. When did you learn to read?
Like when I was like.
Do you normally miss words out when you're reading?
Like no.
No? How about you? What's it say there?
Bird in the hand.
Okay, you can't read either. Next. Someone else? Come over here. Over here. Over here. What does it say?
Paris in the spring.
Oh, very good.
Oh, I see that now. Actually.
You see it now, yeah?
Yeah.
Someone had to help you out, did they?
Yeah.
You see, that's the whole point. Now, how about this one over here? What do you see there in that picture?
Oh, I actually know this one. There's
Yeah,
like
what-
there's like an old woman and it's also like a lady or something.
That's right. It says how many ladies can you see?
Oh, so
right?
two.
And do you see the old man anywhere?
I see an old lady.
I see like a lion.
You don't see any old man? No? Okay, that's good. Hello. You can answer that question if you want. Okay, so there are two women there. There's other tests there, of course. I've got other ones. I mean, you can answer that one if you can answer that one if you want to. Take your time. But did you want to answer a question? No, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's fine. What? How many F's are there?
1, 2,
Okay, that's enough. You had your time. You had your time. How many did you say? 3?
3.
Most people say 3. You know that there are 6, right? And I know exactly which ones you missed, right? I bet you missed that one and that one and that one. Am I right?
Those are the 3 I got.
Yeah. See? Now, why am I doing this on St. Patrick's Day? Any ideas at all?
Because more people are like around.
That's right. But also to bring about the message that St. Patrick was bringing. What did he bring to Ireland?
Snakes.
No,
He brought snakes,
kicked,
didn't
he
he?
kicked out the
Oh yeah, he
He
kicked
brought
out
like the
the
Christian.
I think he brought ticks. Well, he didn't bring Christianity. Actually, the guy who brought Christianity for the first time was Palladius, but it was Patrick who had the vision and the means by which he could spread the gospel more than anybody else. Okay. Now, the thing is, you probably wouldn't even recognize the gospel from then compared to what it is today, right? Just like things, you miss things, you don't get it right. If I was to ask you a quick question, guys, what is the gospel? What would you say?
It's like Matthew.
Hold on a second. What am I doing? Where's okay? What is the gospel? Quickly, you can pin that onto there. How's that?
Like
Make it easy. Right. What is the gospel? Come on.
It's like he can go first. Like,
Well, yeah, because I go to mass, so
You
it's
go to
like
mass?
yeah,
Okay.
I went.
Not a Christmas, just mass in general.
What? Yeah, like I go to mass on like Sundays and stuff.
Okay. Don't hold it too close.
Okay.
There you go.
So like it's like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and like they wrote like the life of Jesus.
Yeah.
And stuff, and like
That's it.
it was like a good. I don't know. Like yeah.
Now, see, you're telling me the books, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, they are called the Gospels. But if I was to ask you, well, what is the content of what they wrote? What would that be?
It's like the life and like the works of Jesus.
That's
like,
part of it, yeah.
his preaching.
His preaching. Anything else? Something more central to the whole message?
Oh, like what he meant. What he.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, what do they do at Mass, even?
Like we had like the communion,
What's that represent?
like taking Jesus in to like the heart.
body of Christ.
Oh, I've learned that recently. Okay, the central message of the Gospels is the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Right? Isn't that? The death, why did he die?
Because like we were sinners, like
It's because
You know you're sinners, right?
Yeah.
So why did he have to die then? He's not a sinner.
It's because they were like, they didn't like him. Like,
Huh?
they didn't like him.
They didn't like
the
him?
Pharisees, right?
The people who put him on.
Nah, so because they didn't like him, they killed him?
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
did he know why he came to this earth? Yeah.
yeah.
Did he know that he was going to the cross all his life? He knew, I'm going to the cross. Well, why was he going to the cross?
He was preaching.
Because he's like wanted to forgive people. He was like,
He was going to bear the sins of other people and take the punishment that they deserved. Like my sins, right, were transferred to him as if he was the one who committed them, and he's taking the punishment that I deserved. That's the point, right? And then by putting my trust in Jesus Christ and his death and burial and resurrection, he's promising us life beyond the grave, everlasting life. Your sins forgiven, but not only that, he can change you and make you a new person and also give you everlasting life. Now, you go to Mass, you don't hear that sort of stuff?
no, I like, the gospel today was about the parable of like the mustard seed, and they were talking like the kingdom of heaven
Okay.
is like it's like a mustard seed, and you know it's small at first, but like it grows into like.
Okay, so there you can see how Patrick came to Ireland, let's say, right? Now, what started small, now he was only a teenager. What age do you think he was when he came to Ireland for the first time?
10,
Nope.
14.
Close. What age are you guys?
15.
Okay, I believe he was around 17-year-old, right? He was kidnapped
Yeah.
and brought to Ireland as a slave. He wasn't a Christian at the time, and he escaped basically through a miraculous way. God delivered him, right? He went back to his homeland across the sea, and there he experienced conversion. He became a Christian, a true Christian, right? Then he gets God's call to go back to the Irish people. He's like, I'm not going back there. No way. Go. And he goes and he spreads the gospel. And who were the sort of people that he encountered on his travels in Ireland, do you think? Were they good people, bad people, religious people?
Bad.
No, they were just ordinary people. We're all sinners anyway, right?
Yeah.
But these were pagans. They worshipped the sun, the moon, the stars, and anything else in nature, but they didn't know the true gospel, right? So he's preaching to them. Because, I mean, can you imagine living back in the day? Your lifespan is like 50-year-old and you're dead. Like, people didn't live long. And then your whole point, what's my point in living? What's it all about? So he comes and preaches, well, I'll tell you what, Jesus Christ gives us not only everlasting life, there's hope beyond death. Is that not good? So we thought death was the end, and the next thing he's saying, no, 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 Jesus Christ conquered the grave. Conquered the grave. Do you know anyone else who has done that? Rose from the grave the third day, and not even affected by because when people die, you know what happens immediately, right? What happens?
You start like rotten.
Yeah, rotten, stinking, right? Their bodies corrupt. But in the case of Jesus Christ, his body didn't see corruption. He rose the third day, and his body is transformed into a glorified body. And he said, that's what every believer is going to have one day. Our bodies will be changed, transformed in the twinkling of an eye. This gives great hope to people because they think, so it's not just ending at the grave. Because you've been to funerals, right?
Yeah.
They're not very pleasant now. There's no fun in funerals, right? But there is, it's like you're staring it right in the face. It's a good reality check, yeah, that people die and then what happens? And even if something dies in your family or a family member or even a pet, you go, what actually happens when something dies, right? Is there anything beyond this life? Is there any point in living? So you need to know all these things, right? Because there's some people who think, why should I live? What's the point in living? If there's something after this life, there really is, right? And you know what the Bible says? It says this: it is appointed unto every man to die once. And after this, there's a judgment, right? I don't know if you pick up all that sort of stuff at Mass, but I have a feeling that you're missing a few pieces of the jigsaw. Now, Conan here, right? You were raised what? I don't know what your religion was. Am I?
I was an atheist.
An atheist. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I was.
I don't know if you're on camera or not, but. Are you there? Okay.
Yeah.
You were an atheist?
I was an atheist. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't believe there was a God. I believed this life was it, and then you die, and you try and carry everything on your shoulders and do everything yourself, and then it comes to a point where you have a reality check, and you realize there has to be something more. That the world would lure you in and make you think that you just go to work, go to bed, have fun, and that's it. But then sometime in your life you'll have a point where you realize there has to be more. What are we doing here? Where do we really come from? What's it all about? And then I started looking, seeing was there a God, and I started looking at different things, different religions, and seeing what God made the most sense. And the God of the Bible made the most sense because he explains the world the most real as it is. The world is broken. No matter how we try and do good, we might be optimistic and think we can do good things and make the world a better place. But no matter what we do, we can't make it better. So then I came down and encountered Jesus Christ. And I asked him to come into my life. And he transformed me and gave me a new understanding of this world and why we're here. And that is the good news. Jesus Christ died for our sins and gives us a way out. In your life, you'll find struggles and different things. And just know that Jesus is the answer when things get tough. This moment might stick with you, And call on Jesus if you're stuck, and he will help you.
Yeah. Are you guys local guys?
We live in Killarney.
Yeah.
Oh, Killarney, yes. I heard someone call it Killarney, yeah. Yeah, well, we have a church here in Killarney that we're not advertising our church or anything, but it's just good for people to know that we have a YouTube channel and stuff like that, and we want to catch a bit of what happens today. And get any questions at all?
What's your YouTube channel?
Not really. Well, look, there's got to be something there. Come on, say something.
No, I'm not really educated on the topic, really. So, I wouldn't have many questions. So, I'd be willing to learn.
Okay.
But
That's cool.
As of right now.
Well, when you look at creation around you and you see how amazing it is, and how did it get here, and why is it here, and how did it all happen, and how is everything so fine-tuned, and how it all works, keeps it all together. It was created. This world was created, and there is a God. And you have to realize why are we here and what is the point? And the Bible answers a lot of those questions when we think like that,
Well, listen, guys, we've got some leaflets as well.
Yeah.
This is about the life of St. Patrick. In case you don't know who I am, what was I here? What was I made for? The St. Patrick story. You can look it up online, patrickstory.ie, and if you want any further answers, you know, we're there. You know, because I was wondering if you would be kind of like what you would call an agnostic. You know what an agnostic is? Someone who sort of doesn't know if there's a God or not, isn't really like I. What age did you say you are? 15. I wouldn't have been thinking about God at your age. In fact, I only became a Christian when I was 17. Only because of an encounter I had myself. So listen, guys, don't take up all your day, but thanks for stopping. Okay, what's your name? Darcy. Okay, that's cool. Hello, what's your name? Daniel. Daniel.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
You Living Rock Church, Killarney. And what's your name?
Connor Kelly.
Connor Kelly. And
Nice to meet you guys.
Kieran.
Conan.
And
Nice to meet you, man.
you, the quiet one.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
This is Michael and Conan here.
Conan. Yeah. Good to see you guys. Yeah. Have a good day.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks.
They would know Jack is good. They have to. Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you want to say something? Just make sure you're on camera there.
I don't
Were
actually.
you at the parade today and you just happened to see us and came over?
No. Don't know what to say. Yeah.
Some announcements are today.
No,
Oh, any announcements? Yes.
that Patrick came into Ireland to spread the good news of Jesus,
Yeah.
and that's the main thing about Patrick today. That
Yes.
he came in and he gave us the good news, and it's a blessing, and we are to go on and give everybody else the good news.
Good.
And it's wonderful because when you become born again, you're not of the world. You see things very differently, and you're very grateful to be in the fold. And it's life when you know about the Lord.
Yeah.
It's life.
Very good. Well,
Do you want to say
you want to say something? No? All right. Well, it's good to be able to be a witness. What's happening at the Methodist Church today? Was there something happening there?
Yeah, they were giving out
Balloons?
queen cakes with green icing on them,
Okay.
and they were giving out tracts
Okay. Very good.
outside their gates.
Right.
And that was
Bouncy Castle?
no bouncy castle today. No
All right.
bouncy castle.
All right
As
then.
in